Yo, yo, what up? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Let me know if you can hear me. It's gonna be a little delay because I'm on Zoom versus straight YouTube. K Money, what's good? What's going on? Hold on, y'all. Let me cut this heater off real fast. Magneto Onyx, what's cracking? But you know good. All right, man. So it's a pre-show. We're gonna start at 7 o'clock. Like I said, man, definitely subscribe. First of all, can y'all hear me? Y'all gotta let me know if you can hear me before I get the yapping. Let me know if you can hear me. Put it in the chat for me that you can hear me. Let's show y'all a few things on the slideshow today. Hold on. Okay, cool. Appreciate you. That was a thumbs up. Cool. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to do a quick pre-show for the next 13 minutes before we really get started in today's presentation. So look, man, any Q&As, now is the time doing the pre-show. If you had a question specifically on your chart, something like that, it's all good. This is really the best format to do it. It's kind of like a sedative to being, a subscriber and getting notified. That way you can get some personal one-on-one attention before the chat fills up and, the dialogue gets started. All right. So K Money says, saw a video talking about Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, and dude was saying they're going to be at 0 degrees Capricorn along with the sun, the great reset. So they are, it's not 0 degrees Capricorn. It's 0 degrees Aquarius. I don't know if they really said Capricorn. If they said Capricorn, I'll tell you why. It's simply because they're using a different system known as the Eastern system, also known as sidereal. And even then, though, it wouldn't be at 0 degrees. They don't match each other exactly 30 degrees, 0 Aquarius. Then the other one says, well, we're 0 Capricorn. It's actually a 23-degree difference between the two systems and whatnot. So if tropical is saying Saturn and Jupiter are going to come together at 0 degrees Aquarius, then the other system should be saying, no, they're at about 7 degrees Capricorn, because that will be the 23-degree difference between the two systems. All right. Okay. All right. So they said Aquarius. Cool. And so, yeah, I mean, that's what's happening. You know what I mean? We talked about that on the one show dealing with Saturn and Jupiter, the alignment there. So that's what that's talking about. Them two coming together in the sky. But here's the kicker. They've been there already. I think people are more intrigued by the fact that they're both going to be at 0 degrees Aquarius versus the fact that they were already in perfect alignment at a time in Capricorn already. Okay. And that goes to show you, in a sense, you got to be able to pay attention to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Rafi, what's up, man? What's going on? 21171. All right, man. Where we at on time? So this is perfect. So let me do this real fast. Let me go to Astro real fast. I signed in the account real fast. Bam. Let me see something real fast. 21171, 4:07 a.m. They got a birthday coming up pretty soon, huh? 211 1971. 4:07 a.m. Early morning cat. Early in the morning. All right, man. I just need a favor for y'all before I click the screen share, man. Hit that like button for me so the algorithm can alert those who need to be alerted. Let me go over here to Zoom, hit share screen. All righty, man. All right. So I'll let you pick my brain on one question, or if you want to say the biggest thing that I see. It's up to you. All right. I'm just going to tell you what I see because there's a delay. So that's Saturn and Jupiter in the sky everybody's talking about. First, it's going to come right here where your Mercury is. But for the most part, this thing is going to take place in your second house. You're going to have a nice little journey. You're going to have a nice journey with Saturn and Jupiter in your second house. These next, for you, honestly, about 3.5, 4 years with Saturn. It's a good 4-year run with Saturn, a good 2-year run with Jupiter. This is going to be the best time for you financially to really hone in on your financial well-being. Simply because, look, I mean, we're talking about house number 2, and then Saturn and Jupiter right here in the green on the outer part. These are the big boys. They're about to pretty much enter in that region of space for you, known as a house. Okay. So that house is about what you value. Now, if it's not money, again, it's what you value. You know what I mean? The things that you value. Aquarius has this, and you are an Aquarius. So Aquarius has this, this big ass humanitarian vibe. It's for the people. It's not necessarily for the money type of thing. And so it just really depends on, what you value. Now is the time to really make that concrete. And now that thing can become a reality. I would not shy away from the financial aspects of some things because Jupiter represents big and abundance and luck. Second house is money. So for this next, 2 years with Jupiter in the second house, man, you can easily be playing lottery and be coming across some type of lump sums of money. Okay. Could deal with law as well, lawsuits and things of that nature. So, this is just pretty darn good in the sense of, the things that you value, man. You know what I mean? But this is a big cosmic financial green light to become. See, Saturn again represents what, y'all? Success. Saturn wants you to become successful. Jupiter wants you to expand, right? And so, you put them together, that's what you're going to have, man. That's what you're going to have. All right. So I need a thumbs up in the chat, thumbs up in the chat. Good 2 to 4 year run, Rafiq. You know what I'm saying? Andrea Gray, what's happening? Janelle, what's happening? Naturally Natured was good. You know what I mean? Chi-Town is the location. All right. So I like it, man. I like it. X is 110.93. You are next in Chicago. So 110.93. Let's see with that. And about time we finish we can get this party started. So 110.93. January 10, 1993. What was the time of birth? 9:02 a.m. in Chicago. 9:02 a.m. in Chicago. All right. Whoop, whoop. You're going to populate that? How y'all going to do that to me? Let me see. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm mad that they even. Hold on 1 second. I'm salty. Why did they even put the address form in here? All right, hold on. Boom, boom. All right. So what was that? You was what? You 110.93.902. All right. And was you AM or PM? So I'm getting old, man. 9-1. Where is that at in the chat? 9:02 AM. All right, gotcha. 9:02 AM in Chicago. Let me put you over here in Chicago, man. Something is happening. They trying to get my. No, I don't want that. Leave me alone, man. Why y'all doing that? I don't want that. Just stop it. Hold on, bro. I don't want that either. It's trying to autofill me out. And I'm getting closer. Stop, man. This is retarded. Bro, they don't want me to, man. I can't get to Chicago on here because this little automatic thing is popping up for me. Let me think. I might have to put you on. Hold on, bro. 110.93.902 AM. All right. I'm gonna put you in day watch. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So 110.1993. You said 9:02 AM. 09:02. I put you in Chicago. There we go. I'll put you in there. All right, there we go. All right. All righty, man. So Aquarius for you is gonna start all that stuff is gonna start in your 12th house. Man, you got a bowl. A bowl is like when all your energy is pretty much clustered in one spot and whatnot. So this stuff is gonna happen in your 12th house, man. And you're gonna be going through a Saturn return because you're young. You know what I'm saying? So that usually happens when you're about 28 to 30 years old on average and whatnot. So in your 12th for you, that's absolutely going to denote that it's an excellent time for spiritual studies. It's an excellent time for you to really get into meditation, things of that nature, music perhaps as well. I tell you what, this is not a time for you to do anything illegal whatsoever. I mean, none whatsoever, because the 12th house is the house of confinement. Jupiter is the law and Saturn is the government. So this is the time where you need to lay low for the next couple years. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even associate with people, hang with people that may be into the street life and whatnot. Because that 12th house energy has a funny way. You know what I mean? It's really the house of lockup. On the other side, man, it's mystical. On the other side, you may feel like you want to kind of retreat away from society in a sense. It's more of a hermit type of vibe where you on the path to enlightenment in a sense, man. So this next 2 year run for you, especially with Saturn, is about you um pretty much mastering that particular aspect of yourself and whatnot. So you get the pass to be more on. This whole thing is about networking, like I did in the original video dealing with Saturn and Jupiter. However, for you, this is definitely about networking, but inside of spiritual circles, in the sense that's going to help your development, man. For you, this has no monetary gain attached to it whatsoever. Again, it's more about a personal journey of enlightenment in a sense, man. So groups that help you achieve that will be that would be good for you. All right. All right. I'm seeing a delay here when I'm looking at it. Look like the screen is just like super warped in a sense. So I'm gonna stop the screen share for a quick second. Just for a quick second. And then I'm gonna come back and check it, and then we'll get into tonight's quick presentation real fast. All right. Um, all right, so I see it stopped over there. All right, I'm gonna share it again. See what we can get into. See what we can get into. And all right, I think I think it's ready. Okay, so man, I ain't gonna even start right here. I'm not gonna even start right here, but I'm going to make a comment since y'all see it, and it's Fred Trump and Donald Trump. You can say what you wanna. I'm gonna give you guys some links that you guys can check this out for yourself. It's a known fact, and the legend is that Fred Trump helped finance Donald Trump. And honestly, if you were to look if there was a picture in the dictionary next to father, um, I think Fred Trump should be one of those guys that should be there. And I'm gonna explain that in a little bit, because especially as men, this is just you if he did help his own son, which you should, you got to salute that. Okay. All right. So um, I'm gonna show y'all an old slide that I did, man. This is an old PowerPoint that I did that deals with this whole wealth inequality, this whole wealth gap type of conversation that is always being spewed. um they're really giving us the wrong comparisons. They always keep comparing ourselves to to white folks in a sense, but when you look at the overall growth of ourselves from timelines of the past, we're actually growing. But if you want to compare it to something else, then we're not, you know what I mean? And it's a one-sided story. And so one of the things that that's big, I think we all should have big goals. What's big for me is being able to see what I believe something that's simple, but yet very effective. um, how can we end the racial wealth gap in our lifetime if we were to make that stark comparison? So you see data like this where they're telling you if the racial wealth divide is left unaddressed, the median Black household is on the path to zero by 2053. Okay. Um, if you look at the current median household by race, Asians are about 78,000, whites are 62, Hispanics are 46, and blacks are at 37. This particular source was the Census Bureau. That was in the Wall Street Journal. Okay. If you look at, I guess, what the list of ethnic groups in the United States by household income, again, you will see at the very bottom, we at 38,000 according to Wiki, which isn't too far from the 37,000 on the income that, we showed on the previous slide. Asians is up there. So we pretty much see the exact same data in the same position, okay? So the average family liquid retirement savings from 89 to 2013 between white folks, African Americans, and Hispanics, as you can see, we're horrible. We're like at 19K, our Spanish brothers and sisters at 12K. White folks are at 130. So they say, okay? And so house flipping is just one thing. If you can just do one successfully, just one, the average gross profits, and that's gross, and this probably was back in maybe 18's data. All right, it was 18. It was $65,000 a flip. 65. 2017, it was 66.9, almost 69,000. Okay. So 65,000, just if you could figure out a way to get into the flipping space. Okay. So if we did that and we were to take that average, then black folks would be at 102,000 far as median income. If we can just figure out a way to do one successful flip and hit that median average, we'd be the new leaders, and that totally would eradicate it. See, this shit is not rocket science. It ain't all this, all these elaborate things that we think it is and all that deep. God damn it, find a way to do one successful flip. Just one. Challenge yourself to figure out how to do one, okay? And we can fix that particular problem, all right? All right. So for us at the time, the average credit score for home buyers a few years ago, you see the source at the bottom, black folks were at 677. Now, in the Family Wealth Club, I took the average of our credit scores for those who reported what their credit score was. Because in the beginning, when you come in, I do ask what your credit score is, simply because it's about deal resourcing for me. Deal resourcing could be, hey, that, with your credit and our capital, we can actually create a partnership with one another, and you can set up the financing, to go get a hard money loan. You can even have to go to a bank. You may have to go hard money. If the deal makes sense, they'll put the money up. Okay. So we was in a situation where just recently, when we was going after a fourplex, that we was with Lima One Capital. They was willing to put the capital up. They wanted us to come to the table with 31 grand. They'll put the remaining 50 something thousand up, and they would have did it, but it was just one ding that came on the credit. Okay, just one. And it's going to take too long for it to report that it's not on there after we pay it. And I don't feel like tying up this particular contract. And so I'm gonna probably wholesale it, or I may partner with somebody else in the sense, because I did just meet somebody 2 days ago over the weekend. But my point is, we can put ourselves in the position where, in the real estate space, where you can get something called a hard money loan, as long as it makes sense, and they finance the deal, and we can make some guap. In fact, my other buyer that was there was like, "Oh man, yeah, I do hard money loans. I can loan you something." At 12%, which is just 1% a year. Okay. 1% a year. So if you got the money for 6 months, then they're only going to charge you 6%. What do that look like? Well, let's think about it. If you gave us 100,000, we got it for 6 months, then that's only $6,000 that he's going to charge us for using the 6,000. And we're not paying that up front. So I think his money is like this. It's 1% a month. which is 12% a year, and 3 points. So let's just say, hey, we see something, we need 100,000 total. So all we need 50 for the purchase, 50 for rehab, we need 100. He said, okay, well, you got to put 3 points. That's just 3%. That's $3,000. Okay, so here go 3,000. He said, okay, now I give you access to this capital. Okay, and so if we only use the money, only use the money for 3 months, then we only got charged 3% and not a full 12%. You see what I'm saying? And so this capital is out here. It's called OPM. And this is how you get access to other people's money. Okay. And this is why real estate, I keep telling y'all, it's a real estate renaissance that's sweeping America right now. And I told y'all got to hurry up and get on the wholesale aspect, because in Chicago, they changed the rules. You're only allowed to do one wholesale deal a year if you're in the Chicago area. Why? Because it's a disruptor. You're making way more money than the real estate agents are making. Okay. And that's what you're doing. You're playing agent. Don't think you're not. You know what I mean? You really are, in a sense. Okay. So Chicago's like, no, nope, we ain't having it. All right. It's the Democrats for you. So in the Family Wealth Club, just looking at the time, African Americans were at 677. And then when I looked at the Wealth Club average for those that reported, it was like at 636. So this phenomenon actually was true from looking at, stats, and then looking at real life situation within the group, to say that we actually struggle in this department. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got to really understand something about credit. Credit has nothing to do with the white man, as far as his white supremacy, whatever that may be, over the individual. Credit is your ability to keep your damn word. That's what it is. You making a conscious agreement that you was going to pay some shit, and you reneged. That's what you did. You reneged. Okay. And let's just cut the bullshit. It has nothing to do with white supremacy. Because if it's about white supremacy, why even give you credit? Meaning, why even front you the money for you to advance yourself in your life, whether you're going shopping on some dumb stuff or whether you're going to go get some big things. Okay. Credit is all about your word and integrity. That's what it's about. Okay. And we need to get our shit together. Okay. All right. Now, skip that. So I'm going to show you something about Fred real fast. And I give you these links. But if you were to come over here, can I move this window? Can you get out of my way, please? Let me put you here. All right. The New York Times ran a story about Fred Trump. Okay. New York Times, Fred Trump. If you Google that, it'll pop up. And this particular one with, what is this one here? They had talked about land trusts. Okay. I'm going to talk about land trust. I'm talking about the family mortgage. The family mortgage is dope. Okay. In essence, what they said Fred Trump did was he had mortgages with the bank on property, and then he transferred those mortgages over to the children and mom. And then he was paying the mortgage in a higher interest rate. So in a nutshell, the trust that he ended up creating for the family end up being the holders of the mortgage and responsible to pay it, but he'd be the one that's actually paying it, and then he'd pay more. So it's kind of like giving your kids an allowance and acting like they were the actual bank to start prepping them. And I'm talking about, Donnie Boy's like 3 years old at this time. Okay. You don't have a concept of money, or maybe he do, but Fred is willing to play this little game to pay extra into the family's bank, okay? The family's account, as if the family was the original mortgage holder. So in a nutshell, let's just say I got $100,000 worth of mortgages that have to be paid, right? I say, here, next generation, here, family, I'm now about to pay 110,000, because that 100 still has to go to the bank. That extra 10,000, that extra interest that I'm paying, I'm priming my children to have the idea that they are the bank. So I'm just going to pay a little bit more. Okay? That's all he did. Okay? That was it, man. So I encourage you all to go over to this, the New York Times, Fred Trump. and look at what he did to put his children into the billionaire game. Like that's a small class of people, ladies and gents. Even Fred himself wasn't a billionaire. Okay. So it's dope. And then you're gonna see another one that deals with the trust, taking the land, doing 99-year lease ground leases. A 99-year ground lease is when you can own the land, lease the grounds for 99 years, and then McDonald's may come, whoever may come, and they build on it and have a lease, and then they'll pay you for being on the actual land. So the buildings on the land, the ownership is not the same as the owner of the actual land itself. This is why you got to really get into that one movie, or the book. What is it with Ray Kroc and the founder? Okay, he figured out that real estate was where it was at. All right, all right. So let's switch gears a little bit. Show you something here. All right. So this is my current portfolio holdings. Like some things I had, I exited out so fast that they're no longer in the portfolio. So if you saw this before, you're like, wait a minute, I thought you had something called Taylor. Taylor was something that I relinquished 50% of my share in, and I gave it to my partner. Now I'm gonna look you straight in the face and tell you this shit, because this is important. Then when you go back to the screen share, all right, I'm gonna tell you why I did such thing. All right. Now, somewhere this year, young guy comes to me, comes to the office, wants to know real estate, wants to learn it. He was trying to figure out wholesale himself. He had only did one deal. He wasn't really happy with that deal, but it was still a good deal. And we teamed up. And I said, I tell you what, we'd do a 50-50 venture, right? And as soon as he came in, I had already had some closings. And his situation was like this. He's at home at his physical house, him and his girl. The mortgage is in his girl's name. His parents is staying with them. He's not working a 9 to 5. So you know what that looks like. Your parents is looking at you like, hey, you better go get a job. Your girl may even be looking at you a little sideways as well. Okay. And so he's out in the field. We call it driving for dollars, when you're paying attention to houses in the neighborhood and he runs up on a vacant house. So we do the due diligence, use a skip tracing system, find who was the, owner on record. Come to find out, we get pointed to a power of an attorney. The power of attorney lets us know that the person is deceased and they have no heirs. So at that particular point, they gave us the key code because it had a lock on it. They gave us the key code to get the key. And from there, we said we'd take it from here because they didn't want to have nothing to do with the property. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is something called adverse possession. Now, where I'm at, adverse possession takes effect in 20 years. Okay. Meaning you would have to basically squat on a property for 20 years and the homeowner can't come back not one time. The homeowner even stepped foot on it, the clock starts all over again. But you just can't squat there. You have to live there and treat it as if you live there. In a sense, you can't be hiding in there. You need to be cutting grass. You need to be treated like it's a regular house. Okay. And if you go a period of time, then by law, it's like, hey, these people are not here. I want to do what's called an adverse possession and whatnot. The judge could award you the title to the property. Okay. And so it varies in each state. This is not legal advice. I'm just telling you the name of a particular strategy. Okay. So with this one, we already knew that the person was deceased. They had no heirs. Nobody's going to come and contest it. Therefore, the first thing we need to do is gain possession. And guess what? Now it owes like $3,600 in taxes. We're going to pay the taxes. We're going to have a receipt. And then we keep on paying the taxes because we're the new property owner for a period of time. And then we're not going to wait, because this is about long term. 20 years is a while. But if it's a cash flowing property, it's about longevity. Most importantly, it's about the next generation anyway. So you got to be out there. You got to be thinking way out there. Okay. And so What we would do though, in probably year 5, just to give you some insight on how this worked, you can file for the title, okay, and which is called a quiet title. Quiet title simply means that, hey, I'm going to the judge and saying, hey, this is the discrepancy, this is the issue. The lady's dead. So I'm quite sure the judge is going to ask, well, did you do an air locator? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, your honor, we did. Here's the actual receipts from a professional air locator that we paid to try to locate the heirs. We also put a notice in the newspaper, because when they do foreclosures, where do they put the notice at? In the newspaper. How many people read the newspaper these days? Maybe not a lot, but you got to have some type of form of public communication to give notice. So we put it in the public newspaper, attention to the Smith family heirs of such and such property. Here's the receipt for that. We put it in the publication. The air locator professional services came back with nothing. We've been taking care of the taxes and everything, making this, taking this blight off of the, this distress off of the city. Please award us the title, or we can just go the long way and we wait 15 more years. It's no problem, right? And so once you do the due diligence and you can show that, then you can get the title, okay? And so you may want to, but you would have to know that the person is deceased. There was a property I wanted, so there's 2 of them. I knew they was deceased because I saw the obituary, but I wasn't up on adverse possession yet. So anyway, since we couldn't wholesale this deal, and our agreement is we had split wholesale, I said, well, and I know his situation, young black man, you can have this. It's yours. You can have. What you mean? I said, bro, this is yours. I got a few rentals. This is yours, man. It ain't like, you saw it driving for dollars, out here paying attention. We split wholesales. It just don't even feel good to me and feel right. Now, I could have been like, it's 50-50 mine. But since it wasn't a particular transaction that we split, I decided to see that and give it to him and say, go ahead, black man, do you. Okay? All right, I'm going to tell you that because it's just the truth. All right? It's the truth. And I'm just a firm believer of the faster you get there, the faster we are going to get there, and we can do some things together. Okay. So this is what I'm holding now. In fact, I got some new pictures, man. The Maplewood #1, those rails just came down. We just put wood up today, literally. So anyway, this is currently my holdings. The big old property in the middle, Superior. Man, I had a dream, but I didn't want to put the burden on you guys to say, hey, let's all put our money up. Let's go. This should have cost me about, looking at that, honestly, I should budget about 100 to 150 to really rehab that house and build in the way I want to. So I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? What I'm going to do is actually just sell it, and I'm going to focus on some other things and go with more turnkey operations. Turnkey simply means things are ready and I can just walk into it and start kicking ass and cash flowing from day one. Okay. All right. So let me show you something here. All right. So these are the 2. You've probably seen the videos I've been uploading. Today, because my little ones were out of town, and they came back over the weekend, and today was my first time showing them. I'm like, I bought y'all something. And my little ones is like, what, 14 and 13, about to be 15 and 13. And they was like, huh? I was like, look, what you got? Like 2 houses? I said, that's right. One is yours and one is yours. Okay, at 15 and 13, I'm planting this seed. This is very important, man. And I told them, now you don't have to live here, but know that if you ever needed a place to stay, it's there. But if you just do what I'm doing right now and just let the money come into the bank account, when I'm out of here, dead and gone, the structure is already there for you to help you live your dream. So know that as brother and sister, you two have a house next door to each other if you want it. That's what I'm doing. So while y'all playing and being teenagers and kids, dad is working on the future for you. That's the conversation that we had today. Okay. And to me, it's just, these are the steps that we have to do, especially as men. Like, my conversation is really geared towards men. All right. We got to really step up to the plate here. All right. So the video y'all saw, I did what's called the incubator. Sometimes I call it the quantum incubator. Sometimes it's the prosperity but it's really more the Success Incubator. I think that's what I'm gonna settle on. Is an 8 family unit that we own, free and clear, man, free and clear. Okay. And what I'm gonna do with this incubator is two things. One is allow for Generation Z and the millennials, in a sense, to be able to come in and occupy a unit no more than three. Now it's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, washer and dryer hookup in the hallway. Dope. Central air, one exposed brick wall, private parking in the front and back. Obviously, security door, like super dope. Nobody gets central air these days. They get a built-in air conditioner that's under the window. You know what I mean? Super, 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 super dope property. I'll show you the two I remodeled in a second. But I'm going to bring in the next generation, and it's going to be a twofold thing. One, they're going to help in real estate, and we're going to help each other, because no matter what your dream is, whether it's, computers, journaling, whatever, being a photographer, you should have real estate so you can have a place to stay, so you can always have residual income coming in, and it's something you can easily transfer, something that's real that you can transfer to the next generation. So while you off living your dreams, you have somebody paying that for you. So if we can avoid the most, you asked Jew, I used to be salty when it was time to pay the rent. So if we can avoid paying the rent or mortgage, you have just conquered a great feat in your life, because that thing is going to take up majority of your paycheck, if not half of all your earnings. Okay. So you know how big that rent be, and how big that mortgage be. We need to put the next generation in a position where they don't have that responsibility. That's where we are failing at. We're failing to provide a system for them that gives them the advantage. We should be doing things such as, we got decent credit, making them an authorized user at a very early age, 13, 14, 15 years old, so they can start having credit. So when they get 18, 19, 20, they super straight. You know what I mean? They already got a credit history going. They already got access to this. Now they can learn these particular strategies. And then the second half of the day, or maybe it's a full day, in a sense, you can work on your passions. So if you want to do, like my son in the video, his whole thing is he wants to do, reviews. That's the dude. That's like his thing is, he like them Chargers, the Hellcats. That's King Hellcat, I call him. You know what I mean? And so, you want to make some bread off, YouTube and doing cars and stuff. You need a stepping stone to get there. And the stepping stone is trading your time and learning this particular skill and helping me out building the real estate empire, portfolio for the family. In return, you're not going to have to pay any rent or anything, no rent. You're going to have to take care of the electric bill, gas bill, and food and whatnot for yourself. But I'm going to take the rent away from you. Then at the same time, you're going to have time to focus on your passions. Okay. So this is what this is going to be about, phase one. The next part is I am considering bringing in vets. There's a veteran program that has, basically, it's like Section 8 for veterans, homeless veterans, because I don't want a lot of people in the building, especially if it's a 2 bedroom and you got, 7 family members. That I don't feel like dealing with that. So a veteran, for the most part, that's homeless, pretty much don't have family he can go to, let alone have family that's coming along with them. And that just may work for me, and it's guaranteed money. So some of these units that I may start, and it's a good way to give back as well. A good Saturn principle is, Saturn deals with old people. Okay. So, you got to look after the elderly to a degree, and then you have to look after the children as well. So for me, it's a perfect mixture for me. Okay. And so be on the lookout for that as well. Um, this is just giving you some insight of the inside. I think I got some before pictures of it. This place was super dark. The cabinets was, but I mean, it's just a basic layout. You know what I mean? I love that exposed brick wall. I really want to paint it though. I think I should paint it gray. But it's just what it is. And this is, if I'm standing at the window, and I'm doing what's called the panoramic shot of it. And behind that door, that door by the counter, that's where the furnace is. On the other side of that, in the hallway, like you can see that bedroom, that's the back bedroom that going towards the bathroom. On the other side of, that wall is the washer and dryer. And inside of a hallway closet, you pull these doors open and it's a washer and dryer in there. So like, our apartment building don't even have, most people got to go to a laundromat downstairs and pay. You have your own washer and dryer in these particular units. So they're pretty sweet. Plus, you got a counter to eat at. And some people put a little dining room table right there in front of that door, because that's just a utility door where the furnace is anyway, something that you would never, ever open. You only open it if you're going to, there's an issue. You know what I mean? All right. So that's the other shot. That's where I was standing at that way. Give you an idea what we went shopping yesterday. I picked up this particular set. I'm a white fan. I love white cars and white furniture and white clothes. Sorry, ladies, I'm nothing against you, but I love red bone women, if I'm gonna be honest. but I love white interiors, and it's just clean to me in a sense. All right, it's not that black ain't clean, and maybe I do got a chip somewhere. Or if I do, I do. But I like white cars; they clean to me. But anyway, got the white furniture, LED lights. You know what I mean. So I'm just going shopping for the place. Show you a little bit of the art that's coming in as well. It's just an incubator that's there to produce success. So everything about the place is going to be success. And the main room, the living room, is going to be a studio. Okay. And that's the key. So it's a studio in the main room. The bedrooms, the big bedrooms, I'll probably put 2 twin beds in there. And then in the little room, the smaller room, which is a decent size as well, I'm gonna put 1 bed in there. I think I got a picture of the bedroom. So yeah, here's a picture of the bedroom. It don't show no justice on how deep it goes because the camera look like it's up close, but it's a nice size. It's a nice size bedroom. And it'd be 2 beds in this room, and each person can have half of the closet, and the other person got the other half of the closet and whatnot. Obviously, if you look straight in the hallway, there's the bathroom right there. So right before the bathroom to the left is where the washer and dryer is. And to the right is a little pantry, a linen closet, and then that second bedroom and whatnot. So it's a pretty dope layout, pretty clean. Not necessarily a fan of the dark brown carpet, but it's cool. It's brand new and whatnot. And this is how we're going to roll it out. Again, I can put 2 bunk beds in each room. You know what I mean? And we have 8 people, but I'm not about to cram people in there. It's about quality. I just want a few people, 3 a unit, 2 units tops. I'm gonna see how that go and see if we can really produce success. You know what I'm saying? And do what I call 50-50 ventures. I'll run the technology, show you how to do it, show them how to do it. At the same time, we get a deal. I'm not greedy. I don't want employees. You don't do well with me. But I do understand that if there was all bosses in the world, there wouldn't be no workers, and there'd be nothing moving. I'm looking for self-starting entrepreneurs from the next generation who can see this vision. They got a little passion for real estate. They understand it, but they don't have to fully be invested in real estate as their dream, but they understand the importance of it as a stepping stone to build wealth is where I'm going. Because just like I gave my man that house, one of those houses that y'all saw, this one, Pittsburgh, I'm thinking about selling the house. I only paid $13,000 for it. In fact, I'm gonna call my realtor and see what I can sell it for. So I'm actually thinking about selling it. So see what can happen is in this situation, y'all, is they may got a wholesale deal and they got 6,000 a piece. I may say I'm the type that'd be like, you know what? Give me my money back, man. Just give me 13 and y'all 2 can get out the incubator and now y'all can go over there. Or you can stay in the incubator and now y'all fix it and rent it. And now y'all split it and be business partners in it. That's the name of the game for me, to give you this real estate game to help you acquire things in your own portfolio and get you off your training wheels and off you go. Okay. All right. Where we at here? So, that's just real simple, man. Again, I'm at the Prosperity Investment Group. That's where I'm at. I don't spend time on astrology and a lot of stuff these days. You know what I mean? I'm getting back in that zone a little bit, but the truth of the matter is we got to find ways to use the science. See, for me, it's simple because I got Saturn and Leo. Saturn and Leo can denote responsibility of father or responsibility with children, and it's actually both. You know what I mean? For me, so then what I'll do is to create a partnership with my father, my children. So now you see my son is, he's gonna be the first one. He's the one that was holding the camera. He's gonna be the first one that's actually in there and whatnot. So now I'm giving back to the children. So that's how I tap that particular axis for me. Jupiter and Taurus, when I was born, that's big, big, big money. In the 11th house, groups of people, friends, right? So, I do good when I help friends and friends help me. You see what I'm saying? So where I'm at is the Prosperity Investment Group. If you're very interested, man, we'd love to have you. Click on the membership tab, and that's what's happening. On the 20th, everybody, mark your calendar because we're gonna have a banging vision board presentation. All right. It's called Manifest Destiny. It's gonna be a virtual visual board party. All right, it's the winter solstice because the alignment is right there on that particular day. So at 8 p.m. Eastern, join us. This is private. I'm gonna show you where it's at because you do have to enroll. Only people who can get access to this one are people that's in the Wealth Club. They get in for free. Okay. So if you join the Wealth Club, you automatically coming into this one. All right. But you'll go to myastrologycoach.com is where it's at. And make sure y'all join the mailing list too. And if you come over here to myastrologycoach.com, you click on the shop tab, just go down to power products and whatnot. Click on that. And then you're going to see it. I need to put it in the classes too. I'll update it and whatnot. But yeah, you'll see it. No, where I put it? No, it's in classes. I'm sorry. So if you hit the shop tab, it should be in classes already. That's the 333. 333. Y'all should have seen that video I uploaded here and whatnot. Man, I thought I put it up here. I gotta go find it, man. I'll put it up and I'll email you guys a link when it's up. I thought I had it up. So let me see. Coaching, power products, check it. Let me see something real fast. All right. So yeah, let me know, man. If you got a question, give it to me in the chat. Give it to me in the chat. I'm gonna do something real fast though. I actually want to take that product and where is that? Classes. And I'm gonna show y'all the back. Let me see. Give me a second because what I'm about to do is update that particular product. Man, this server is like super duper slow. This is ridiculous. It's on online presentations. Is that true? I don't even have that right there no more. And give me a second. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought that was already visible on the site. So what I'm doing is just working the back end. That way it can be available for you. All right. So now when I come over here, but yeah. All right. So you can go to events and get it on myastrologycoach.com. It's under events. It may be under webinars as well. Let me see. Yeah, it's under webinars as well. And get in. It's only $40, man. $40. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Something that I did that I explained before is, I use a certain vision board that deal with movies, and that thing it has worked wonders for me when I do that particular format. Movies are made in like blocks, and You know what I mean? When they're making like storyboards in a sense. And so I'm very good at time, and I like to take my time and fill in the future with imagery that represents the succession of where I'm going throughout the year. This is why I was able to hit my goals this year. Like boom, boom, boom. Like, do y'all know this year was the first year that I decided to go into rental properties, and I just showed y'all all the rental properties I had this year, right here. Last year was wholesale. The year before that was what? Learning to get in the flip business, right? So, yeah, that's how it went. It was like this year was rent, 2020 was rentals, 2019 was wholesale, 2018 was the flip. Okay. And 2017 was the initial point, which started with a flip too. So it started with grabbing the property, holding it for about 5 months, sold it for a profit. For that profit, ran and grabbed the property, bought 3 properties out of that one. And I was still in flip mode when 18 came. When 19 came, I said, shit, I need to learn something different. Because now the money's been tied up since 18. It's 19, and I'm like, I can't stop just because the money's in the house. You know what I mean? So that's when I learned wholesale. And then I showed you the wholesale checks and what that started to look like. Okay. And then this year I said, no. 2020 is going to be about rentals with the wholesale money. You see what I'm saying? So each year is just a steady progression, but I got the vision for it. You got to have vision. You know what they say? People with no vision shall what? Perish. All right. So you got to have vision for it. So definitely come through. I'm going to put this in the chat. All right. The vision board joint, Manifest Destiny. That's going to be next week, next Sunday. All right. Get in that thing because it's going to be super, super, super dope. All right. All right. So, Monica, what's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Yeah. Give me a call, man. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. What up, Adrian? What's going on? Man, is it a cash app for the reads? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. We could do it. But y'all gonna have to start catching me early though, man. This because I'm really an early bird on reading. I don't deal with, I call it the lunatic energy. You know what I mean? I'm up at nighttime, and you know what I mean. I be on my solar game. I'm a sun god. All right. And so I had some questions on the previous videos too. Some people was asking me how could they get involved. Man, just I keep you posted in a sense, because right now all I'm doing is furnishing the place. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I don't believe really in open donations without giving back a service to somebody. That's just me. My people get on me all the time. You don't have to justify why you charging. And I'm like, you're right. You're so right. I don't. Right. Because I just be trying my best to make everything reachable for people. You know what I'm saying? So even though when I do charge, look, man, go look at the newest video I put up here. What was it, like a $6,800 testimonial or something, 6,500, something like that. I just posted it today. It's like $6,000, man, damn near $7,000 for $37. Like, come on, man, like for $37. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. You know what I mean? But we always do that. So you can't really quantify it. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of the value that we give. So I'll let you know if we need help. You know what I mean? Because I'm just at the furnishing stage right now. The wall art, the studio lights, green screen, things of that nature. You know what I mean? Building it. Just bought the beds. Just bought the sofa. About to go buy the basic stuff, the towels and the dish racks, the dishes. I'm just, that's all basic stuff. You know what I mean? I got that. That's no problem. You know what I mean? Um, so I just let you know as far as you can get directly involved in it and whatnot. I'll definitely let you know, because I'm just gonna take these 3, put them under the wing, And you know, that's what I'm gonna be doing the new videos from. It's the new videos is gonna be coming out of there. So I'm gonna be doing the lives from that particular location. They'll be there, you know what I mean, letting you know. And then I'm gonna also start showing you how we're going out and how we making these acquisitions, so you guys can pretty much just copy and paste the blueprint for yourselves and start grabbing this stuff, man. Because this stuff is not hard. It's not. It's not hard at all. Okay. All right, man. So y'all good? Y'all straight? Y'all super straight? Who is that? All right. Who is that wanted that reading? It wasn't you, Phil Jackson. It wasn't you, Sullivan. It wasn't you. It was Janelle. Janelle, I think, was early. But no, it wasn't Janelle. Janelle didn't put it in. Sullivan, I thought I gave you a read before, but I would have remembered Blue Island, Illinois. 10-10-85, Phil Jackson, the rap. Oh, you got Maya's birthday, 10-10. 10-10-85, Harlem, New York. Let me see something real fast, man. Let's see. 1985, 9:15. Is that AM or PM? You got to be specific on this thing. And we want to take you, I can take you to anywhere in New York, and it's going to give me what I need. I got what you want. All right, if you're born at 9:15 a.m., I need to know that. Is that AM or PM? And I got to do it off the Zoom, man, because it just allows me to zoom in real time. I hate this lag. You still here? Who's that I have? Phil Jackson, the rap. You still around? Straight. Phil Jackson, the rap. Yeah, I'll do the readings off of Zoom because I just can't stand this lag. I get to see y'all in real time in a sense, and then we can throw it and we can flow, and we get the Cash App popping and whatnot. So subscribe, man. Share with a friend. Hit the notification button. That's how you gonna know. Because again, if I got a specific topic that I'm building on, I like to come on 15 minutes early, give people time to get in, and then it's right there at the pre-show that I can put you in for free. Okay. All right, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Get at us, man. Go to myastrologycoach.com. though. You can click on events, online presentations, get in the vision board aspect, or just come on and join the Family Wealth Club. Stop playing around. I was about to stop say effing around, but stop playing around. Get focused. You know what I'm saying? And let's go to the next level, man. And so I'll be seeing y'all soon. All right. Peace.